Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We have a massive update. The location of the Fortnite Global Championships 2025 has been revealed and we are going to France. We're going to Lyon in particular. We had a huge tweet from the competitive Fortnite account. We'll take a look at it here. They said Fortnite Global Championship 6th to 7th of September will be in Lyon des Signes, France. They were tweeting quite a bit earlier in the day, right? They had a couple sort of, hints, right? They put the eye emojis at 5 a.m., by the way. Since when did they start tweeting stuff this early? Then they tweeted bonjour, and it became pretty obvious what was going on. And then eventually at 8 a.m., they tweeted the announcement. Now, if we take a look at the announcement, we'll give it a read. Lyon des Signes, France will host the Fortnite Global Championships, formerly the FNCS Global Championships 2025 from the 6th to 7th of September at the LDLC Arena. In Denmark and Texas, past year's global competitors battle as duos in their aim to prove their way of the best of the best. This year in France, competitors will fight as trios as they seek triumph. It's not just glory up for grabs. 33 trios from across Europe, NA, Brazil, Asia, Oceania, and the Middle East will compete for a share of the 2 million total prize pool. How to be one of these 33? Check out the FNC, blah, 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 blah. For spectators, there will be details about buying tickets, all that jazz. Look, we're going to France. We're going to France. There have been rumors of this, for quite some time now. If you were sort of in the know, you would have sort of known this already. But a lot of the French community, I guess, found out through some means. I don't know how they found out, but we've sort of had the idea that we were going to France for quite a bit now, which is super exciting. Because if you know anything about French Fortnite and the history of French Fortnite, the significance of this is huge. France has been so integral to the competitive Fortnite scene for so many years. I'd make the case that they're the most important, sort of region in competitive Fortnite when you look at just nations purely. The impact France has had has been huge. The impact of the French community today still is huge, even though the amount of French players maybe dominating at the top level is a lot less than what it has been. But we'll sort of get to that. Of course, Lyon, whenever you think of France, a lot of people sort of instantly go, oh, you must be going to Paris, right? I've actually seen tweets from people going, oh, we're going to Paris. We're not going to Paris, we're going to Lyon, Lyon des Signes, which is, a different city. I don't know too much about Lyon. I've never been to France personally, so my French geography isn't maybe the best, but the LDLC Arena was an interesting one to me because I know the LDLC Arena is a pretty new arena by like arena standards. I think it was sort of opened in 2023, so it's not the most prestigious of arenas in terms of just the history behind it. I believe there's actually not been any esports events held there at the LDLC Arena. So the Global Championships might be the first ever esport arena or the first ever esports event at that arena, along with Rocket League, right? Because, Rocket League and Fortnite, they sort of do those two back to back. The only event I've actually ever seen take place at the LDLC Arena is a WWE event because I'm a fan of WWE, and they had like a SmackDown there, they had Backlash there last year, and if you are a WWE fan as well, you'll know just how incredible that was. The atmosphere for that event was unbelievable because French fans are the best fans in the world, generally. Like, it's maybe not in the world. I'm sure like Brazilians and some other countries will tell you we got some better, but French fans do it like nobody else. And that's also been the case in Fortnite. When we had the Global Championships in Copenhagen in 2023, the French fans there, the M8 fans, were the best fans in the crowd. They were probably one of the best parts about the whole event as a whole. And so now the prospect of us having a full arena of fans like that is so exciting. I genuinely cannot wait, especially because it won't just be M8 fans. Now, in the Fortnite scene, we have more than just M8 who have representatives and who have a team. Obviously, M8 are probably like the biggest ones, right? But we have KC who have Manabuka, so there's going to be KC fans there. We're going to have Havoc fans there. We're going to, have, I'm sure we'll have somebody else as well. because we'll probably have like more orgs pick up. And that's another thing that's I think is key. From people who I've spoken to, I know for a fact there will be French orgs who pick people up for globals. So even if you're looking at the current like orgs and you're thinking, oh, what if some of these players don't qualify? These French orgs will pick up teams for globals because they're going to have like the home support there and the opportunity to do really cool things there, which I think is super exciting. And those French fans make the atmosphere so much better. That's one thing we've really lacked in Fortnite, like culture-wise. We don't have a great like viewing culture. You know, when you look back at World Cup and all of the summer skirmish events type stuff that we had back in the day, you know, the Twitch cons and stuff, the Fortnite audience have always just been very casual and almost like too kiddie. Like, you know, you had like the whole joke is you have like people come in with their parents. And even though that's cool because it's great to have the young fans, you know, get involved and whatnot, and it's great for the kids to come and get to see their favorite players, but you don't build a great atmosphere that way. It's the reason why games like CS and League have such great crowds is because the audience that watches those games is naturally a bit older and understand fan culture more. And so an arena filled with like older French fans who like get it and know how to make noise, know how to build an atmosphere, do chants and stuff, it's gonna be surreal. Like I genuinely cannot wait. I'm really excited to have a Fortnite event in France, if you can't already tell. Now, of course, we have, you know, a couple French players who, you know, are going to be competing in the group stage of FNCS this weekend. And I think that is sort of where my next focus is going to be, because as much as we're going to have a lot of French supporters and we're going to have the orgs there backing whatever players are on those orgs, we do have to talk about the fact that there has been a significant decline in the quality and the level of top French players in Fortnite, right? Back in the day, France, at one point, France was the strongest region in Fortnite, where you had the most top players were, you know, French players generally in EU at least, right? Last year, we only had 2 French players at the Global Championships. We had Anderlecht and Sato. The year before that, we only had 4, right? We had Podesai and Snazy, and I think we had Clement and Kaiser, right? So there's been a decrease year on year in terms of just top level French players making it. And even when you look at the state of trios, there isn't like a clear French trio that is looking primed to dominate like they used to be, right? Like trios used to be the mode for French Fortnite. Like there was always like 2 or 3 really strong French trios back in the day. You know, when you had like the likes of Nate and Forzia and what they were doing. You obviously had Anderlecht and whoever he was playing with like Snazy and stuff like that. And a lot of those guys are sort of dispersed. It's funny, a lot of those guys still play the game, right? People don't even know. Nate still plays the game. He played this season with like Nosif and Nazen. Didn't qualify, unfortunately, but there's still last chance. And you have a bunch of still like decent French players here, but there's no like French super team that really can compete for FNCSs right now. And so even though Anderlecht and Sato made it last year, you know, they're playing with Marco this season. It remains to be seen whether or not they'll be good enough to qualify for the grand finals. And whether or not, if they make it to grand finals, they'll be able to actually like make it to globals. It would be nice though, especially in the case of Anderlecht. Anderlecht is such a legendary player. I'm not sure what org he's on. I think he might be on Valiant. Maybe that was the other org I was thinking of. Valiant, obviously, you know, I'd love to see Vitality get involved in Fortnite. And if we could see Vitality pick up a team, that'd be great, because Vitality have amazing fans. I know that from watching a lot of CS. But yeah, in terms of just the top quality French players, there's a lot less than there used to be, which is a shame. Because even though we're going to still have that great support, if it was French players, it would sort of be even more, you would think, right? Whereas like the fans will cheer regardless, even if it's, you know, a Polish or a Russian or a British player on that French org, the French fans will support them and it will be loud and there'll be a great atmosphere. But it would be nice to have some more top level French players. The talent's there, right? You know, Sato is incredibly talented. You got other guys who have plenty of talent, but you got like Mumsy and all those guys with sky jumping them who look really good. But yeah, there's nobody that's, you know, really clearly a standout. How could I forget Solary as well? I think I was thinking of Solary. There's so many great French orgs is the point I'm trying to make. So if I forget anybody, let me know. But we are going to France, which is super exciting for me as a part of the broadcast. the image in my head and the idea of me getting to hype up that crowd, that's going to be the easiest job I've ever done in terms of hyping up the crowd, right? In Copenhagen, I was able to hype up the crowd. In Dallas, I was able to get them, a bit excited and whatnot. In Leon, I'm not gonna have to do anything. I'm not gonna have to say, "Oh, you ready?" They're gonna be ready. I know they're gonna be ready. I know they're gonna be loud. So for me, specifically, I'm super excited because that be the chance to be in front of that crowd and experience that atmosphere is something we've never had in Fortnite, and it's genuinely a great opportunity, I think, for Blast and for Fortnite Epic to change the culture in Fortnite, right? We don't have a crazy amount of LAN events, but this I think there needs to be a focus and an effort to actually like focus on the fan engagement at this event and really push and promote the fandom that is the French crowd and the French audience, because that's how we can start to build a culture so that this becomes tradition moving forward, because they're going to be great. They're going to be great. And if they're great, hopefully in the future, people want to live up to them. Going back to the WWE example I used, right? When they held Backlash in the LDLC arena in WWE last year, those French fans were the best crowd ever in WWE history, to the point where now every other event after that, a lot of the fans felt the need to like live up to being as good as that crowd. So yeah, hopefully we see greatness. I'm super excited to be going to France. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section down below. Will you be going to Lyon? Are you going to be there in France? Am I going to get the chance to meet you? I'd love to meet you guys. Every time I'm in, any of the lands and I meet people and they tell me they're a fan of, Fantasia and whatnot, it always is really fun and exciting. So yeah, this should be a good one. Of course, I think the big thing we should talk about as well in terms of this moving back to EU is the fact that visa issues, you would expect visa issues to not be as big of a problem now. Obviously in the past when we had it in Dallas, when people are trying to get to America from all parts of the world, it's just a nightmare, right? For a lot of Europe, it will be easy. A lot of European countries, it should be a lot easier for players to get visas, and hopefully for some of the Middle Eastern players and stuff who missed out last time, it will be a much easier time. Like in general, I don't think we'll see as many visa issues, which is great. So it means that a lot of the people who actually qualify for the global championships will be able to compete. It means that we won't have, hopefully we won't have situations like what we had last year with Swizzy, where it's like, he can't play with Vanya. He has to play with Yapko and he has to play with a Phil, right? Like, hopefully we actually don't see that happen as much, especially because in trios, there's like 3 people you need to get there. In duos, you only needed 2 people to get there successfully now, whereas like trios, you need 3 people. Yeah, I just hope we don't see too much problems on that side. But I don't think we will. I think it should be pretty all right. But I'm excited. I'm very, very excited because we'll see more people there. It's very accessible for fans, right? Like I know a lot of people last year at Globals who were just like, I can't go. Like it's just getting to Texas is just a nightmare. Whereas like everyone, like Europe, the links in Europe are so good that like everyone in Europe can like get to Globals if you want to get to Globals. Like it shouldn't be too hard. So yeah, again, like I said, let me know where you're from and if you will be attending Globals. And if not, yeah, who cares really? if you're not, yeah, I'm not too fast. I know Resub isn't, unfortunately. Resub won't be there because he's got family stuff. But yeah, we're going back to France. We're going to France for the first time. Really excited. Can't wait. All right, peace out, guys. Let me know.